Buon pomeriggio, ragazzi, bentornati, benvenuti. Comincia la settimana del Summer Game Fest. Ecco che il lavoro di anni di effigie torna a dare un frutto speciale di condivisione. Ci troviamo dinanzi a una slavina, perché questo 2025 è come il 2023. Quindi vediamo un po'. Attualmente ci aspetta un momento di approfondimento hardware. Un approfondimento che dovrebbe farci un po' capire cosa succederà con The Witcher 4 a livello tecnologico. E permettetemi di dire una cosa, sono arrivato qui con 6 minuti di anticipo dall'evento perché non volevo fare un'effigie complessa o completa, prolissa o troppo approfondita. Volevo che chiunque vedesse questo video sapesse e ricordasse che dopo i 3 The Witcher giocati insieme ogni tanto mi capita ancora di pensare che vorrei stamparmi l'ultimo fotogramma di Blood and Wine e farne un quadro per il mio studio. Un quadro che mi permetterebbe di rivivere quelle sensazioni. Quell'istante in cui, dopo tutti quegli anni, CDPR ha avuto l'idea, banale, semplice, già vista, ma nel momento giusto e per la prima volta. È il miglior uso di quel exploit, chiamiamolo così, che abbia mai visto. Nelle sue categorie semplici, teniamo nella meta narrativa della Metal Gear Saga, magari si va un po' più a complicare le cose. Ma non spoilerò per chi non conosce. La meta narrativa è una cosa molto vaga e molto aperta a tutto. Detto questo, benvenuti a tutti ragazzi, grazie del supporto che quando arrivano le effigi live impazziscono. Impazzisce. Expedition per ora mi ha fatto tornare nei primi anni 2000, il che è incredibile, perché l'ho fatto con una qualità moderna. Ne riparleremo. Vai! Ok.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's fear on dry road? Oi! The devil's after you! This running from! Lebioda, shield us.
Oh no, sta cadendo. Gli è andata benissimo. E ora arriva la salvezza. Forse. Guarda. No. Niente salvezza per il mercante. Piacevole regia, mi è piaciuto tenere la camera dentro. Eccola qui.
Salt.
Argento.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
L'hanno ingnoccheggiata anche in CGI.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kaitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner, one that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready.
Tech demo.
Kaitek is going to play the build for
Vai.
us.
Sure, let's do it.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Ok, non è The Witcher 4. Non è The
What you
Witcher
just
4.
saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Senza compromettere la performance. Dai raga, ma che state dicendo?
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
E secondo te va a 60
So
su
much of
PS5
the
base?
Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
Vabbè, Scotti,
And no
portami
compromise
su.
means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Sono a casa. Sono a casa.
For the furry rascal will often wait, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
CDPR, non me la fare di nuovo.
Look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Scarsi.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, with Churess. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me lady's after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. MetaHuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. We work to do.
Thanks, guys.
Aver giocato la trilogia mi ha fatto commuovere. Poi tecnicamente ne parliamo.
Scratch the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So, here's Julien to tell you even more.
5.6.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry, so we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest.
Porca miseria.
They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here.
No, dai.
Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the mainline as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activation to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Modes Character motion matching solution.
Non clippa più niente.
We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance. And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example, in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed. We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6, and mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size. We also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, an on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go. Unreal Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today. Please go enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you, everyone.
Ragazzi,
Thank
allora,
you, Julian.
io non metto pausa,
MetaHumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere. Powering everything from games and AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more. What you've seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of CineTracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using MetaHumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. MetaHuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine. I think it's pretty cool, too. You can create and work with MetaHumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, MetaHumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters. They all look better. It's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
Dove stiamo andando?
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. MetaHumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, MetaHumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system. And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, MetaHumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new MetaHuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today, we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect.
Scusa? Perdonami?
Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening. Woo! And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds. Even the smallest expressions are beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here. Corey Strasberger, everyone, the genius behind Blue and Xanadu. MetaHuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity facial animation from virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit, the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters.
Sì, sono due cose un po' diverse quelle di prima e questa.
With a consumer webcam and markerless motion capture from the Captury.
Corey, let me be the first to congratulate you on Blue's VTuber debut right here at Unreal Fest. And by that, I mean that this is the first time we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live, and he looked incredible on the big screen. And I know we've said this before a couple times, but I still can't believe that that level of facial quality is possible from a tiny consumer webcam. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance like instantly is literally at the core of my pipeline. So I've been waiting for this quality for a really long time. And Chris, thanks to an amazing collaboration with the MetaHuman team, Blue is finally pure MetaHuman. And so with all the other crazy stuff that you guys are elevating, I think Xanadu is about to level up in a big way. So thank you guys. You guys rock.
Awesome, man. It's been awesome. I'd like everyone to give a round of applause to Corey and Matt, and thanks for showing everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, guys, for showing all the fantastic features we're going to hone in on this release. All right. We're going to end big with a few updates about MetaHumans and how they fit into the broader creative ecosystem. First up, today we're releasing 2 advanced toolchains to everyone. MetaHuman Expression Editor and Groom Tools. The Expression Editor lets experienced riggers fine-tune a character's expressions and expression combinations, whether matching scans or creating something completely custom, like a nacho-eating space alien. And our new Groom Tools simplify one of the hardest parts of character creation, high-fidelity hairstyles, making the process more intuitive, faster, and streamlining export directly to Unreal Engine. We've built these tools for our own teams to solve real production challenges, and now we're opening them up to the entire community. Next, we know you want support from MetaHumans in your favorite content creation tools, so we're working with partners to make sure that DNA and rig logic work wherever you do. And we have saved the biggest announcement for last. We have updated the Unreal Engine license to include MetaHumans. You can use them everywhere, in every engine, in any creative software. Go make amazing characters and help define the future of digital humans.
Oh, fuck.
If you're curious to learn more, join our Unreal Fest sessions, swing by our booth, or check out metahuman.com to get hands-on with everything you've just seen, and thank you.
All right, hey guys, what do you think so far? Yes, let's go. We've got a lot more in store for you this morning and over the days ahead. We've got an absolute room full of rock stars here today from different industries making everything Unreal. We've got AAA game developers, indie developers, Fortnite creators, filmmakers, car designers, architects, fashion designers. I could go on. You're all here to connect, share, and learn. and learn you shall. We've got
Fortnite
over
creators.
150 tech talks and dozens of hands-on labs covering all of Epic's developer tools and services. And many of these sessions are going to be led by our growing community of instructors, educators, and service partners. And I want to thank all of you who are giving so much back to this incredible community.
Raga, ma voi ci pensate a GTA 7? No, nel senso, con tutto... Scusate.
Reality Scan. In the coming weeks, we'll launch Reality Scan 2.0, which will unify the desktop and mobile versions under one banner.
Moriremo felici, quantomeno.
Put Reality Scan 2.0 to the test, using it to capture natural objects in high fidelity for the Witcher 4 tech demo that you just saw. Complex rock and tree scans involve data sets that were previously really, really tough to process. But with 2.0, it will achieve better mesh accuracy with fewer manual steps. And you'll be able to get your hands on Reality Scan 2.0 later this month. We're also seeing more and more developers and art studios using Reality Scan to bring Megascan's quality content to Fab. Just take a look at this absolutely incredible Paris environment from Scans Factory, which launches today on Fab, featuring over 1,000 assets that are available for use in UE5, UEFN, and even Unity. The Quixel team has also been cooking up an amazing lineup of thousands of new Megascan assets that will start releasing on Fab later this month. And this summer, we'll be launching Fab natively in the Epic Games Launcher. Our goal with this is to bring you Quixel Bridge functionality that makes it easier for you to access your content and integrate it into your workflows. This will include one-click exports to DCCs, starting with UE5, Blender, Maya, and Cinema 4D. And we'll do more from there. We've also set ourselves up to support batch actions to download and export content.
Allora, mi permetto di dire che questo forse interessa al nostro discutere di videogiochi leggermente meno, e non voglio essere troppo silenzioso. Questa è una questione di fotorealismo che vedremo applicata in tantissimi modi. Guardate che roba sta facendo per quanto riguarda la possibilità di trovare materiali e renderizzarli in maniera più veloce e qualitativa rispetto al passato. Ma io sono stato con la bocca aperta la maggior parte del tempo. Ricordatevi che quello che avete visto non è propriamente The Witcher 4, è una tech demo nel mondo di The Witcher 4, ok? Non sono la stessa cosa. Non di meno sono due cose molto vicine. E al di là del fatto che io ho non 4 mani, ne ho 8, 4 davanti e 4 dietro per quanto concerne le dichiarazioni di CDPR, perché mi sono studiato tutto quello che avevano detto IGDC prima dell'uscita di Cyberpunk e ne dicevano di tutti i colori, e di quei colori 6 su 7 erano puttanate o comunque progetti che non sono mai stati realizzati. Quello che dicono sull'engine non è probabilmente confutabile, perché gli esperti e i programmatori la bullshit la chiamano a 50 km, quindi questa roba probabilmente è tutta vera. Hanno imparato probabilmente, plausibilmente dal loro errore, tanto che ho sentito proprio dire frasi molto meno grandiose della serie questo sarà il The Witcher più ambizioso, mentre nel 2012 dicevano questo sarà il più grande videogioco GDR della storia dell'umanità. E non sto scherzando, era letteralmente quello che andavano a dire, anche se non parola per parola. Ma tra questo, il 5.6, MetaHuman e ciò che sto vedendo, dobbiamo parlarne a lungo, ragazzi.
To do still, but the 5.6 release is packed with new features that have been influenced and battle tested by some of the world's best studios. One of them is here with us today. The third floor has an impressive track record of using Unreal to make movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and shows like how...
Allora, questo ovviamente è PR per far vedere il potenziale in qualunque applicazione. Io sono completamente esterrefatto da quello che andremo a vivere. Anche adesso concentriamoci, senza dire che il fotorealismo non è l'obiettivo di tutto, però per quanto concerne questo tipo di estetica e di applicazione alla performance, ecco la cosa più stupefacente è la performance. Tutto questo è studiato per non pesare eccessivamente sugli hardware.
Animation for years and had just finished our UE pipeline for The Mandalorian. Uncertain what would happen to movies in a post-COVID era, now is the time for Third Floor to get serious about finals. So while we're having a blast crafting scenes in UE...
Ok, questo ci interessa di nuovo di meno, perché non voglio essere troppo silenzioso, è bellissimo condividere con espressioni e onomatopee, però è bello anche approfondire. Un ragazzo dice, abbiamo preso tante porte in faccia con le demo tecniche. Il fatto è questo, la demo tecnica è qualcosa di inconfutabile. Quello che è confutabile è che quella demo tecnica si applicherà anche ai videogiochi. è una cosa completamente diversa. Stiamo parlando di due argomenti che non combaciano purtroppo, perché tra investimento, limite hardware e voglia di accessibilità a quello che è un gruppo di vendita maggiore, ovviamente moltissime di queste cose non accadranno mai nei videogiochi, accadranno soltanto nei quadrupla. E chiamiamoli quadrupla ormai, perché alla fine il limite è diventato quello. The Witcher 4 a me interessa più di quanto mai un The Witcher abbia interessato. Sono diventato appassionato di quello che è l'universo, ma soprattutto del linguaggio, di quello che hanno proposto. Detto che io ho appunto moltissime precauzioni e fortunatamente un occhio piuttosto attento. Ora non mi interessa particolarmente parlare di Siri e di come le hanno cambiato i connotati, che non era soltanto invecchiata. Hanno sentito un po' d'aria e hanno detto va bene, ritrucchiamola come si deve. Questa cosa mi ha fatto molto sorridere. Anche se ovviamente probabilmente la contestualizzeranno, ci sarà un momento in cui è così resa ruvida dalla difficoltà di vivere dove vive e nel mondo in cui vive. Però al di là delle implicazioni sociali di quello che CDPR è, tra virgolette, tornata a fare, quello che veramente mi ha sconvolto è la possibile applicazione dell'esperienza fatta con Cyberpunk a un The Witcher, con la maturità di dire non ce la fanno passare liscia mai più. Questa è una cosa molto interessante. Questa è una cosa molto importante. E di conseguenza, se questi strumenti sono diventati universali come sembrerebbe, e se la Real Engine risolve lo stutter e altre cosine un po' brutte, ragazzi, questa generazione della nonna è fallimentare sotto tanti punti di vista, ma ciò che sta accadendo per il futuro è senza senso per le ottimizzazioni e le automazioni. Io sono rimasto a 36 anni a bocca aperta, non è difficile lasciarmi a bocca aperta con tutto quello che sono emotivo e mi immergo nelle cose. Sono anche un cinico, critico, scassacazzi su qualunque dettaglio che non è conforme a uno standard di qualità e di serietà altissimo. Quindi che cazzo ho appena visto? Che cazzo ho appena visto? Ovvio che non tutti i personaggi impatteranno con te facendo cadere le mele in maniera diversa, ma se un impatto provoca una reazione cinetica e viene in qualche modo resa semidinamica, porca miseria, è un dettaglio che rende tutto un pochino più immersivo. Ovvio che non ti va a cambiare il combat system e il game design, è quello che io dicevo di No Rest for the Wicked quando parlavano del combattimento dinamico per il positioning. In realtà io lo avrei sperato molto più tecnico, molto più legato alle animazioni, quando in realtà era semplicemente un bel isometrico Souls-like come stile di combattimento. E il punto è che comunque se poi ci applichi davvero uno sviluppo creativo legato a quegli strumenti in gameplay, siamo nel futuro. Il problema è che avevano detto la stessa cosa del ray tracing e col cazzo che l'hanno fatto. Il ray tracing è solo estetica, non è game design. Questa cosa mi fa incazzare ancora oggi. Spero che cambi, perché il ray tracing è uno strumento non solo estetico e grafico, ma anche tecnico, utile a creare puzzle e sistemi di gioco. Non lo fanno? Ok, vediamo se ci arriva il gran creativo che inserisce queste meccaniche in un futuro videogioco. Però intanto se gli strumenti ci sono, servono solo gli artisti che sanno usarli. Ho imparato a parlare davvero bene in live. Bravo Michele. Per carità, ci siamo persi la costruzione di una cutscene probabilmente con 2 stuzzicadenti e un prompt, però
and it's prevised, assembled, lit, rendered and composited all in Unreal. And it's premiering
appunto.
This Friday on Hulu, so check it out. And congratulations to Josh and the team. There are so many incredible games that we could highlight today. Last year, we celebrated Black Myth Wukong from Game Science, which has now grossed over $1 billion since launch. This year, we're celebrating another example of a small team that's taking the world by storm. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is an absolute masterpiece from Sandfall Interactive. And in an eerie case of numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first 33 days. It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender.
Il desiderio di applauso che aveva in quel momento. Pubblico tiepido.
Bonjour Hellfest, I am Tom Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sunfall Interactive, the studio behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D, with mega scans and later the release of Unreal 5 that came with Lumen, Nanite, and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create 3D scenes and characters. As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us to keep our development focused on the element that would have the most impact on the game we were making. The visual identity of our world, the story and the characters, and of course the gameplay with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The Unreal Engine has been the key element empowering our small team to create our dream game, and I would like to thank all the people that contributed to the engine, both Epic for the amazing software they have created, but also the community for all the plugins, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started. It is this whole ecosystem that allowed the project to grow organically, from my friend Guillaume booting up the Unreal Engine for the first time in 2019, creating a small project named Sandfall, to 6 years later, the release of Expedition 33 with that very same new project file. Even though we are a small studio, we never felt alone during this adventure, as we felt we always had the back of both Epic and the community, and we are extremely grateful for that. We really hope we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal in the upcoming years. And on the behalf of everybody at Sandfall, we wish you a great Unreal Fest, and we're looking forward to meeting you all in the future. Tomorrow comes. Demain viendra. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. And congrats to you and the team. We're so happy for you guys. Now, this year we're seeing more and more momentum with mobile devs who are capitalizing on the increasing player demand for high-performance and immersive mobile games. One team that's leading the way in UE5 mobile development is Infold Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique blend of fashion and adventure. Please welcome Zhe Ding to the stage to tell you more.
Per ora, la sponsor di Infinity Nikki. Spero non dica qualcosa di super interessante sull'engine. Aspetta.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank our friend at Epic for inviting me here today. As you can probably tell, I'm a little nervous being on stage in English. But I was even more nervous when I first joined Infold Games to create Infinity Nikki, our most ambitious project yet. Let me share our story with you. Our journey began in 2012 with just 4 people. Here are the games released before starting Infinity Nikki in 2021, and we still update all of them today. These were mobile-only games focused on dress-up and interactive story gameplay. We could have stayed comfortably inside space, but we didn't want to. We want to create a life beyond amazing. That means
Sembra sempre sul punto di piangere. Poverino, sul palco a parlare inglese così, terrorizzato. Sta piangendo. No, perché in realtà non sono è normale, lo capisco, cioè, nella sua posizione, poi...
With over 20 million downloads at launch, largely driven by mobile. We began iterating during the pandemic. Infinity Nikki is about finding a peace in a cozy open world, bringing happiness to everyone. Dress up is not just for style, it's a way to interact with the lively world, alone or with friends. From a technology view...
Ricordatevi che Kojima non l'ha mai fatto. Comunque, appunto, leggete i sottotitoli se vi interessa, e vi devo ringraziare perché dopo c'è All Gen, oggi ho la giornata ritmata e non voglio mancare di rispetto a tutti quelli che stanno supportando nel silenzio senza essere neanche presentati durante le effigi, che sono in realtà un simbolo di supporto incredibile al mio progetto, a quello che faccio, proprio rappresenta molte cose. Mister Faliero, grazie, Nitael, Giuseppe, Dai Taiko, Max Hermute, Magic Mike, Simo4DLC, Unfortunate Life, Raze, Jigwin Kusher, Puck, Jakiko, The True Jordan, Armando Bar, Scatta, Zio Vlado III, Littorio, Genji, Samgels, Mr. Simpatia, Daimo, Arda, Da Fake Duck, Fleasy, Mercy, Andre 4K, Ombra Chiave, Orly Gamer, It's Arcan, Just Dextrum, Deor Zip, Gufo Stanco, Vlad, Omar for Mike, Ozaref, Raxiod, Enrico Imaschi, Ronnie Zay, Ibra Prince, Alezei PP, Cristo Santo, Dino, Anzio Gallo, Elia, Black Pizzo, Il Cornetto in Giro, Rumo, Johnny, Zeio, Vass, Maricadeca, Sam Hulk, Pagianni, Ciprian e i più recenti, Little Leonard, Mr. Faliero. Grazie di cuore.
With dense vegetation and a dynamic ecosystem, we had to make sure memory and performance would never compromise.
Sempre sulle lacrime.
Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system.
Guerriero, vinci
with
tu.
smart GPU culling and a level of detail control. Dual-core and triangle stay in budget on all devices. You may wonder why we put so much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5 means for our players, beyond outfits and open world. This is a true story from our fan, Xinshi Qiao.
My mom and I play Infinity Nikki differently. She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming.
Perché è scarsa!
When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses and took many photos, even of a small flower by the road. Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but...
Sua madre non è una gamer.
We hope you enjoy.
Bro, che cringe. No, non sto scherzando. Che cosa carina ma superflua.
The coziest open world game for OV1.
Ah, ecco, è perché così possono dire che coziest.
Thanks, Joshua. Wow, what a beautiful world they've created. All right, there's one more amazing UE5 game that you've got to check out, and it's coming to the Epic Game Store. Please welcome Ken Kim, CEO of Netmarble Monster, to the stage.
Hello everyone, excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Mongil Star Dive. Mongil Star Dive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5, which allowed us to capture even the most subtle emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Star Dive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new gameplay experience by giving each and every character a deep narrative and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game. And this transforms Star Dive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Star Dive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic relationship. The Epic Game Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world. And we are happy to announce that Mongil Star Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store for PC. Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
Ah, ma è proprio Genshin. Più Dragon Quest, sì. Oddio, Dragon Quest non ce lo vedo tanto. Però è carino. C'è anche la stella. Sì, esatto, i Shin Megami, cioè,
감사합니다. We hope to see you at tomorrow's session. Speaking of our friends at Epic Games Store, let's hear from Steve Allison.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, Ken. It's exciting to see Netmarble Monster bringing Mongil Star Dive to the Epic Games Store exclusively at launch on PC and taking advantage of our Epic First Run program to keep 100% of the first 6 months of net revenue. As you know, our industry is living through significant headwinds right now, and the Epic Games Store offers all developers a toolkit for maximum financial success that starts with our 8812 rev share and just gets better from there. Now on Epic, our back catalog program, like Epic First Run, allows you to keep 100% of net revenue for the first 6 months on back catalog titles that you bring to the Epic Games Store. And for Unreal developers, Launch Everywhere with Epic reduces your engine royalty rate from 5% to 3.5% on all platforms and stores when you ship your UE-based games day and date on the Epic Games Store. And remember, Unreal Engine developers pay 0% royalty on all Epic Games Store sales where we process payment. Additionally, you also have the option to use any in-app purchase payment solution you want, and when you do, you keep 100% of that IAP revenue.
Ammazza.
We want to do everything we can to help during this critical time to maximize your success, so we have added another tool to the Epic Games Store toolkit. Starting June 1st, we've changed our initial revenue share to 0%, so that you receive 100% of the first $1 million in net revenue, and then 12% to Epic after passing that threshold.
Ah, ogni anno,
cool.
tra l'altro.
Awesome.
Ma sì, il primo milione.
And
si
this
fa
change
così.
is per title and per year. So this applies to new titles and back catalog releases, and all existing and future Epic Games Store partners and their titles on both PC and mobile benefit from this change immediately. And so life to date, we paid our developer and publishing partners over $2.1 billion, and we're just getting started. So let's talk a little bit about what's next. So even after years of building the store on PC, we know there's still a ton of work to be done to deliver a world-class experience for our over 70 million monthly active users. And in the coming months, we'll be rolling out long overdue features on PC that will move us closer to that vision. Download Manager 2.0 was released just a few weeks ago, and preloading is coming finally in September. Gifting is targeting a release in time for the holidays so that you can gift games to your friends. And our revamped social is rolling out this year, and will connect our PC and mobile players together with game-independent voice chat, text chat, and parties, along with robust game invites for third-party games. And this will be the building block for several innovative social features on the store that will follow. We're also putting great focus on ongoing launcher improvements that will make the store feel great to use. And of course, delivering a great player experience means meeting players wherever they are, which is why mobile remains a key focus for us. We've already seen strong momentum on mobile with over 40 million installs to date, and we're pushing hard to hit 70 million by the end of the year. The Epic Games Store is available globally on Android, and we are continuing to expand our global footprint on iOS. Today, it's available on iOS in the European Union, with upcoming launches in Brazil, the UK, and Japan, as new laws in those countries come into effect. In Q1, we launched with a curated selection of third-party titles, and as of today, there are over 70 games live on the Epic Games Store mobile, with more being added regularly. This deliberate, phased approach ensures a high-quality experience as we gear up to open the store to self-publishing in the near future. In March, to accelerate installs and to keep players coming back week after week, we brought our weekly free games program to mobile. So each week, as we do on PC, we are partnering with developers to give players at least one new free game directly through the app, on both Android and iOS, celebrating the best of premium mobile, and partnering with developers on content packs for free-to-play games. Our focus is getting the Epic Game Store mobile to 1.0. This is defined by 2 major new additions to the store, and the first of which is rolling out very soon. We're launching Epic Web Shops in July. Developers will be able to come into our tools and easily set up a shop for in-app purchases for mobile and PC games. And through Epic Web Shops, you can leverage our industry-best rev share and offer players a better deal with bonus offers. And as an extra benefit, all players spending on Epic Web Shops also accrues Epic rewards on all purchases. These shops will live on the web so that you can steer your players to them. And we're democratizing web shops by making them super easy to set up and available to all developers. And second, we'll be launching mobile self-publishing tools in Q4 and opening up the store to all mobile developers to set up and distribute your games. Well, that's it for me today. If you want to learn more about our plans for the Epic Game Store, join us today at 3:45. And now, Hannah Lowry will join us to share what's new in the Fortnite ecosystem. Thank you.
Allora, a dirla tutta, a me interessa sempre essere completo, sempre essere assolutamente perentorio nell'analisi da inizio a fine di ogni evento, ma ci tengo anche a mantenere le promesse con amici, colleghi e contenuti. Quindi se adesso si passa a Fortnite, se si comincia a parlare di software e di pubblicità e non più di approfondimento tecnologico del futuro, io vi dico, se vi va, facciamo un raid a all gen, ci facciamo 2 chiacchiere con gli altri ragazzi e la mandiamo buona. La roba grossa era The Witcher 4, Unreal Engine 5.6 e MetaHuman. Il resto è parla sul palco di ciò che state facendo, così che possiate anche rappresentare un buon budget per il palco stesso. Quindi, grazie del supporto, siete meravigliosi. Faccio raid e proseguiamo diretti come se nulla fosse. Come se la live proseguisse altrove, ma senza Fortnite. Grazie di cuore e alla prossima, ragazzi. Grazie.